What's up, Rebel Nerds? Welcome back to the Rebel Nerd Radio. Tonight is episode number 254. And if you are new here, this is where we geek out about Star Wars, comics, and all the other stuff that makes us proud to be nerds.
And sometimes off-topic things that make us not so proud to be nerds.
And sometimes we just get completely off topic, and
that is why we have a squirrel as a mascot.
That's how we roll. So
throwing that out there.
I am, of course, half of your Rebel Nerd crew, Steve, and with me, of course, is JD.
Hola.
What's up? And tonight, we're going to be talking about the newest Star Wars movie, Mandalorian and Grogu.
Indeed. After what, 7-year hiatus?
Something like that.
From the movie theaters. Well, let's see. Rise of Skywalker was what, 2019, and it's 2026. So yeah, I think if my math serves me correctly, I believe that's 7 years. So yeah, 7 years of not having a movie in theaters.
So
yeah.
Of course, we'll get to that here in a little bit. But before that, we've got our regular gang of, or not regular gang, regular weird stuff like show me your thingies. We will get to that.
We will get there.
Before we get to all that, what's been going on with you this week, JD?
Man, well, Thursday we went and finally saw the movie. I didn't get to see it opening weekend, which is the first for me.
For shame.
I know, it's terrible. First Star Wars movie. I didn't get a chance to go see it in the theaters opening weekend. But in my defense,
those of you that weren't in the chat last week or watched it, we shamed JD because he did not see it opening weekend.
I did. I caught a lot of crap. And I caught a lot of crap later for it too, so it's okay. No, I unfortunately, because of work and because it was my turn to be on standby for the Memorial Weekend, and my girlfriend's schedule, who she works second shift at one of the local casinos in Wichita, we were not able to make it. But Thursday I was able to go and watch the movie, which was fantastic. And other than that, really, honestly, this being storm season, we actually kind of picked those up this weekend, and I was working storm a lot and working outages this weekend for work.
Priorities, man.
Hey, priorities, man. Make money so I can have more thingies to show people.
That's right. We will be showing. I don't have any thingies to show.
I have multiple thingies to show everybody, so you will get to see multiple of my
things
thingies.
Have gotten really weird. Again, if you're new or watching us for the first time, some things have been going on in Steve's life in the last couple months, and I don't have discretionary funds to buy nerd stuff. That's all right. JD will take care of that. You know what? I just realized that this freaking screen is way too close to, and I can't move it back because it's, I'll deal with that later. So yeah, what else have you been doing besides work, of course? I mean,
that's been pretty much it. This weekend, I really did not get a chance to do a whole lot of other things. Like I said, work was pretty much a priority the last couple of weekends. Like I said, Thursday we did get to go see the show, so that was a good thing. We finally got to make it to the theaters, and we have a really good local theater here in the small town that I live in, and we were able to go to that theater to see it, which was awesome. So we didn't have a loud, obnoxious crowd. We had a very good Star Wars crowd that we were able to watch it with, so it was a lot of fun, and we enjoyed it. And which will obviously tonight we'll talk about more of that here in a little bit. But no, man, other than that, it just storm season came back strong, and I was a busy unit this weekend. How about you?
Well, just trying to struggle through the days mostly. day was that? Saturday, I went and saw the movie again
Mm-hmm.
with my friend Charlie. We went and saw it in IMAX this time.
Mm.
But yeah, so I saw it again. Other than that, just dealing with life, dealing with lawyers, fun stuff.
Sounds like a typical day for some people.
You got to deal with lawyers every day.
Well, some people do.
Yeah, it's been a rough couple of months, of course, and the last week or so has been quite the struggle.
Mm-hmm.
The beard is starting to come back in. Not as much as I
So
like
for
it
those of
to.
you, who may not be aware, Steve got a whole ton of crap. See, Steve got more crap for not having a beard than I got crap for not watching the movie. I think Steve's non-beard was
Yeah.
definitely a stronger subject
So
topic than my not seeing the movie.
so for those of you watching for the first time or whatever, last week before we did our live stream, I made the unfortunate decision to shave off my beard because I wanted to start over. That was a bad decision.
He mispronounced poor decision.
What? I did what?
You mispronounced poor decision.
And yeah, the chat gave me a lot of crap over it. But like I said, it's starting to come back in. So maybe by next week you will actually see a beard. Maybe we'll see.
Maybe.
I do not like non-bearded Steve. It's not pleasant to look at.
It's better than
in any
non-bearded.
case,
It's better than non-bearded JD because that is horrible.
Oh, that would be horrifying.
I mean, if I have at least I keep this to make sure that I don't horrify people.
Well, let's see who's over in the chat.
Awesome.
Always bright and early to the live stream is Matt.
Matt,
how's it going, Matt?
Of course.
And then we've got Steve Spawn, otherwise known in the Discord as Steve number 2. How are you doing, Steve? I am pretty sure that this is Jen. How you doing, Jen? Good to have you
Jen.
in the chat. Who else? Oh, Brennan. Brennan, of course, is in the chat.
Hey, Brennan.
How you doing, sir? Haven't seen you in a while. It's good to see you back in here.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, Brennan, good to see you too. It's been a while. We were out of pocket for a little while. Watch last week's stream for the whole story. So good to have you all in the chat. There are quite a few people missing.
They'll be here.
That's all right. They'll get in there. Some people come in late.
Mm-hmm.
That's all right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
So if you are watching this on our YouTube channel, whether you're watching us live or on the replay, make sure that you hit that subscribe button. Drop us a like and a comment. That helps us invade the YouTube algorithm. And as always, jump into our chat and share your thoughts with us.
Yes.
And if you want to hang out with us. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead. I was going to say we're up to 362 subscribers, by the way, which is awesome.
We're up to what?
More subscribers. 362.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah, we are. Look at that.
Yeah.
Very cool. Oh, no, that sucks, Brennan.
Brennan, that does suck. Recovering from pneumonia. Oh, yeah. And in the summertime. Look.
That's not fun.
That's not fun. Not fun at all.
But yeah, so if you want to hang out with us between episodes and get more shenanigans, there is our social media accounts that you can find by going to the... Damn it. That was the wrong one. There it is. Okay. by going to that link right there, bio.link/Rebel Nerd Radio. That'll take you to our Facebook, our Threads, our Instagram, our Twitter. It will take you to our TikTok, even though
we have no idea what we're doing with it.
I don't ever post over there. It's just not. Yeah, it's a thing.
We need to find somebody to post over there for us.
I don't get on there enough. It will also take you to our Discord server, where the shenanigans never stop. Shenanigans 24/7, 365 over in the Discord server. And that's where most of the shenanigans go on. We have, it's been a little quieter, let's say quieter, in the last month or so because things.
Right.
It's just, yeah. I mean, it hasn't been completely.
We do have for our folks that if you're not on Discord and you haven't got a chance to join, which we're getting more people all the time. It seems like we do have a great group of people over there. It has been a little quiet lately. We've been trying. I'm not great at social media, but I do try to engage when I can. And I've been trying to put stuff on there for people and trying to engage with everybody and trying to keep everything going, and that kind of thing. So I'm not, like I said, I'm not great at it, but I give it a shot. I try. And usually I'm busy during the day and at work, and it's been a busy time of year for me. So like I said, I try to engage and let everybody know we're still alive and there as much as I can. But we do have a great group of people over there on social media. If you're not over on our Discord channel yet, that's literally where you'll find us when we're not streaming on Tuesday nights. So
exactly. Oh man, I haven't seen him in forever. Hey, Baldo.
Hey, Baldo.
What's up?
What's going on, man?
Yeah, it's a great group. It's a great group, and everybody. I mean, he stays fairly active. Even without us. After I got out of the hospital, I was not doing social media very much at all. I just wasn't. Yeah, so.
I think that's fair though, Steve.
Because I was quiet for a long time.
If you're having anything from a bad day to just getting out of a hospital where you're trying to get help, social media is definitely not a place that you should be. Yeah, I mean, that's just my opinion.
I mean, I popped in once or twice, but I've been slowly getting more active. Like I said, the days have been a struggle. I will say, however, people are constantly checking up on me, and I thank you for that.
Yes, I thank you for it too.
Like today, specifically. Like I've had a rough week. It's been a rough week. It's been. Why are you yelling at me? Princess Leia is yelling at me, guys.
I could hear.
You have food. Quit yelling at me. What was I talking about? Squirrel. Take a drink.
Squirrel moment. I did take a drink, and you didn't even have to ask me.
What are we talking about? Yeah. The last week, it's been a rough one, man. It's been dark. It's been bad. But today specifically has actually been like, it didn't start off great. Like I woke up and I was just like, oh man, I'm not ready to do this. Like anything. I didn't want to get out of bed. I was just like, fuck. But
I have to say, Steve, that I'm not dealing with the things that you're dealing with right now. And I wake up in the morning and do those same things and go, really?
Yeah.
Ugh. Like early, like today, I got called in early to work. So I actually had to get up early to go in because we had an outage in the morning. So I was like, really? I can't even get a full morning's sleep.
But yeah, I mean, JD is pretty much constantly checking up on me, asking me how my day is. Usually I'd be like, it's bad. It's not a good one. However, when I'm getting at today, it's actually been a really good day.
Good.
Probably the best day I've had since I got out of the hospital. Like, it's been good. I've
That's
been I've
good.
been I've been talking to some folks that have just made my day. It's been great.
Good.
Joy, what's up?
Hey,
How
Joy.
you? Yeah. So there's that. Anyway,
That's good.
Discord. If you're not on there, get on there. That bio link will take you to the link. If you're not on there, it will also take you to our merch store where you can get shirts, mugs, and whatever those fanny pack things are called. I
You can get a fanny pack or a crossbody bag. It's so hard to
You're
say. I don't
correct,
know
Steve.
why.
Small wins. Got to take
That's
them.
right. That's right. Small wins every
Um,
day turn into big wins over time. I think somebody said that.
so Ubaldo got a promotion at work. Very good.
Awesome. Congratulations, buddy.
Very
That's
nice.
awesome.
Very nice.
That's awesome.
So yeah, the merch store. And then you can also join our Patreon for $2 a month. Now, full disclosure, the benefits are not as often as they used to be.
We will slowly get back to that.
We will get back into it. I'm
We will
still
get back to
working
that.
on getting eased back into this.
Yes.
But yeah, we do. It's $2 a month. You get, you do get some bonus content. When we do it, we'll get to it. You get some stickers. Oh, son of a bitch! Where'd I put them? I had them last week. Oh, here we go. There we go.
Do I need to go get mine?
Nope. I got mine.
You got yours. Okay.
I still didn't find that other one though. I got to figure out where they're at. But here's
you found it last week.
That's the official logo.
Uh-huh.
And then we have this one here, only available to patrons. So if you're not a patron, you cannot get this sticker. You can get the other one if you want to buy one, but you cannot get this one. Patron exclusive. And then there's some other goodies that JD will get out to you. Cool.
We have a whole package. We've got some neat little 3D printed some things from us to you that I can print out. So if you become a patron, we'll have a package ready for you whenever you do become a patron, if you decide to do so. So we do appreciate it. Basically, it's to help pay the StreamYard bill. It's to help because StreamYard got expensive and it's still continuing to continues to be interesting. So yeah, I mean, basically that's what we're doing is we're just paying the StreamYard bill with it. It really doesn't go towards anything else other than that. And also, I think Steve was getting ready to say this before I interrupted. You also get something else if you're a patron.
If you're a patron, you get to hear your name on our live stream. So we want to thank all of our wonderful patrons. I would like to thank Dave Brown, Kelly and Chris Olson, Justin Hensley from the Punk Lotto Pod, Charlie Kirby, Chantel Gonzalez, Brennan, who is in the chat with us tonight. Thank you, Brennan. Brian, Steve Spawn, who is also in the chat. Thank you very much. Matthew, who is also in the chat. Thank you very much. Taco Cat, who is once again absent from the chat. Smarty Bear is also absent from the chat, but thank you. And then Adam and also Drew. So thank you all for contributing. We really appreciate it. It's I can't.
Hey, speak of the devil.
Speaking of
Smoking Bear just
Smirky
showed up.
Bear, what's up,
There he
nerd?
is.
Joy says R&R is back to a noticeably double-bearded podcast. Like I was saying earlier, it's starting to come back in. Yeah,
It's starting to come back. It is summer. It is. You got to give us a break, though. It is summertime, so I mean, it's not going to be like full bearded until we get back to like fall.
You know, I didn't do it because it was summer. I just had. It's been that year, and I just wanted to.
Hey, sometimes it can signify a fresh start, but I was just giving you crap about a poor decision earlier. I really was.
Smirking Bear says he just got home from work and he's been cooking all day.
Ooh, cooking for yourself, or what? I mean, what do you do for work, Bear? I'm curious. Since you were cooking all day,
Yeah,
I like to cook.
We know what
we like cooking. I do my own artisan breads, and we do a big cookout every fall where I cook like 50 to 60 pounds of meat over several days for people to come over and enjoy, which I invited Steve to last time because he was about to give me crap for it. I know he was, but he didn't show up. So,
well, that was more a other person thing than it was me. But
hey,
we don't talk about that. We don't talk about that person anymore.
Right. We try not to.
Yeah.
He said, "I got cooked." Oh no, he got cooked. Oh,
I'm noticeably browner today. Okay.
He got cooked, so he's outside working. I got you, buddy. I'm the same way. I hate it because the hard hat and safety gear that I have to wear when I'm working, I get really good tans on my forearm, but like you can notice right here when I wear my watch, this is what the rest of me looks like. It's all white because I can't get a good decent tan. So I get a farmer's tan, trucker's tan, and all kinds of stuff. It just happens.
Cool. So,
yeah.
What do we got next? What's going on next? We did our housekeeping stuff. Oh, This time we actually get to do this. Oh. It is time for us to get drawn to the force. So this is
people. This is at this show. We don't have fancy effects. We just sound like idiots, and we decide to put it on the air for you people to go, what in the hell is wrong with those two?
What the hell is wrong with these guys? Well, now you know. This is what's wrong with us.
This is
the part of the show where we talk about Star Wars comic books that will be coming out this week. So there is a Star Wars comic book coming out this week. So tomorrow, which is normally, new comic book day, we have a really exciting one coming up. I'm really excited for this one.
If he says exciting, I think I know who it has to do with.
It is.
Oh goodness.
Rogue One Jyn Erso.
Oh goodness.
Oh,
well, that's not who I was thinking, but that would have been my second guess.
So, synopsis: Prisoner of the Empire, a chance at hope on the toxic Wabani fields, Jyn Erso's brutal routine shatters when an unlikely crew begs the infamous Slicer to help pull off an impossible escape. So, so Marvel is doing these Rogue One special comics for the 10th anniversary. So this is the first one that we will see. This one's written by Ethan Stacks, and as always, we have to show the variant covers.
Oh yeah, I like that one cover though. That was a good one.
Yeah, the regular cover is pretty good.
Yeah,
this one's
That
was fine.
okay. It's just
all right.
kind of there. It's just kind of there.
Probably not the one I'm going to get.
No.
This one is interesting. Okay.
I like the artwork. I'm not quite sure what's going on there, but I like the artwork. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what this is. This is
that is the High Republic, is it not?
Okay. So this is the okay, cool. This is the Pride Month variant.
Pride Month. Gotcha.
Okay.
Gotcha,
So that's cool. I like that one.
I was gonna say that looks like the twins from the High Republic, the two in the very front and center.
Does. I think it is.
Yeah, I think that's the twins from the High Republic.
Yeah, I will probably pick that one up. I'll probably get the standard one too. But yeah, so that is our comic book for this week. Hey, Rich, man, how's it going, man? Good to see you in the chat. Bear says my Star Wars crush.
Yeah. Don't deny it.
I mean,
don't deny it. Come on.
So, speaking of Jyn Erso.
Oh yes, I think I know what you're talking about.
Not only do I not get to go to Celebration next year because life, and I couldn't get tickets because I sold out immediately. To put the salt in the wound. Jyn Erso is going to be at Celebration.
I'm not in this conversation. This is between you guys and him.
JD is going to Celebration again. He's dead to me. Just kidding. I'm kidding.
This is going to be a really weird show if I'm dead.
It's just, I'm a little jealous. I'm not gonna lie. But now I have to miss out on a photo op with Jyn Erso.
Smirking Bear, you and I were thinking along the same lines. So yeah.
What is? Okay. Be a good friend to get Steven Jyn Erso's signature.
Since you can't be there, I might. The only thing is she's only there for one day, and I don't know how
she's
long.
Only there for Saturday.
Yeah, so if she's there Saturday and she does a photo op, or she just is there for interviews, or because I'm assuming it's going to be because it will be the 10th. I mean, isn't that right? 10th year.
10 year.
Yeah, that's next year, right? Yeah.
Oh wait, no. This year is the 10th anniversary.
So I'm assuming they're going to do something since it's going to be an off year from the 10th year. It's going to be the following year. They're probably going to do a decade thing or something like that with her. And this will be as far as I know, this will be her very first Comic-Con or very first celebration that she's attended. Yeah, that she's attended. So that would be cool. I think the only thing that would top that was if her and Kira were to show up together. That would be phenomenal. But then that would bring the Game of Thrones nerds out of the woodwork. And
Spencer!
Hey, Spencer.
What I was going to say is what would make it really cool is, it would make it cool for those that get to attend. If it was Jyn Erso and Saw.
Or Cassian.
Jyn
Erso and Cassian. Yeah, that would be cool.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. So, she had a photo op where you could take it with them.
If you remember, because this is almost a year away. If they have some sort of 10th anniversary poster, see if you can pick one up for me.
I was gonna say, are you hinting?
See if you can pick one up for me.
Okay. You have to remind me because that's not quite a year away.
If I don't forget, I will remind you.
Okay.
All right.
Yes,
So
actually, if they could get what is it, Donnie Yen, and then if they could get Bays and Charute, I would actually, honestly, as much as I like Jen Urso and as much as I really like Cassian Andor and like even like K2SO, if they could get
yeah,
all of them or something like that. If they could get those two there, like Donnie Yen and God dang it, right on the tip of my tongue. Anyway, if they could get Bays and Charute there, dude, that would be freaking phenomenal. I would love to have a picture with those two, or like be able to get like like a photo op, or even get like be able to get an autograph from the both of them, because I would bring my copy of Guardians of the Wills and I would have them sign that for me, because that would be amazing. That would be amazing to have both of them there. So.
All right. Well, that was the comic book for this week. And that brings us to another fun-filled segment on Rebel Nerd Radio.
Oh, here we go.
It is time for us to show our thingies. And I don't have a thingy to show tonight, so take it away, JD.
If JD dyed his beard black and wore a wig, he could make a good Bays cosplay. That's a stretch. That's a stretch. That's definitely a stretch. I don't know about all that. That's definitely a stretch. Anyway, what were we talking about? Oh,
show me your thing.
Show me your thing. Oh, sorry. Stop pressuring me. I'm very nervous about my thingy. I mean,
you're nervous about your thingy?
I'm nervous about my thingies.
I'm not nervous about
basically, I have 4 things, but they're you'll see why I have 4 of them, but they're technically not 4, but there is 4 of them. So you'll understand here in a little bit. So since we are discussing Mandalorian Grogu tonight, I did buy some things that I was very happy about that I wanted to, and I want to show these first. And believe it or not, these are not the ones that I'm most excited about, but I am excited for them. These are the latest iterations from the Black Series of the Mandalorian and Grogu 6-inch characters. So you have Mando and Grogu, and then you have all their weapons, and you have the fighter pack or the jetpack, and it can all be assembled together if you take them out of the box. And all that. But like he has the sword and everything that he had, and the vibra blade, and then the rifle and his blaster and all that. The only thing that's weird about it is the rifle that he has is not like his normal rifle. It's not, you can kind of see it there. It's a different rifle that he uses in the show, but there you go. But yeah, actually, and the reason why I say I have 4 of these, but they're kind of the same thing, is because I have this version of the box that I got, and this is the one, like, they have the cool artwork on the side, but I also was able to snag a white box first edition of the same thing.
Very cool. Where did you get the white box? Where did you get the white box?
Walmart. Yep. I got the white box at Walmart. But yeah, they had them for like their Mandalorian and Grogu launch kind of thing. So yeah, I was able to snag a first edition of that one and a first edition of that one. And usually the white boxes are like exclusives. When they do first editions, they only do a limited run of them, and they don't do very many of them. And I actually have, when they did this last time, when they first released a version of the Mandalorian from the show, they did a first edition white box version, and that version is extremely hard to find. I actually have one, and last time I looked on eBay, they were selling for a lot of money. So not that I'm planning on selling it or care about such things, but yeah, when I was able to pick up a white box version of Mando, it was interesting.
And now, if you remember, folks,
go ahead.
It was last year that I was looking for a Mando Black Series figure at Rebel ScumCon when JD forced me to buy the set of 3 He put a gun to my head and
I
told
did
me.
not talk
Actually,
to.
I probably
I
shouldn't
did
say
not.
anything about guns to the head anymore.
Even the girlfriend sitting on the couch who's not watching the live stream right now just said we had absolutely nothing to do with
He
this man's
had
purchasing decisions. I
everything
did
to
not
do
say a
with
thing.
me purchasing.
I picked him up in Norman, took him to the show, and said, you can find good deals on Black Series and Mandos at these things. And he went looking and he goes, I want that one. But no, I want these two more, but they're more expensive. I said, well, sometimes you got to make sacrifices, man. And what does he do? He buys the more expensive ones. And then what does he do? A year later, he's still blaming me.
See, folks, JD's over here changing the narrative to suit his own needs when he knows that it was his fault.
Yeah. And he convinced me to buy
Spencer.
lightsabers.
Yeah, Spencer,
I did
convinced
not
him to buy
convince anybody
lightsabers.
to. Well, you people are full of shit. I did not.
I have a witness.
Well,
I have a witness, folks. It was all him.
I did
all
not.
Him.
I did not convince. I did not convince Spencer when he was there to buy one. I just said they were nice. So you people, Steve and Spencer, who were at RebelsConCon last year and probably will be at this one this year, I'm not going to say a word anymore because I'm going to be like, no, you people are blaming me for your purchasing problems. And I'm not to blame. It's not me.
Now the truth comes out. Joyce says that JD made me buy a whole chocolate cake yesterday.
I'm being betrayed here. Yeah, look, I didn't convince him to buy nothing. He bought three. He bought three on his own. I did not tell him to buy three stinking lightsabers. I mean,
you bought three lightsabers.
I'm proud of him.
I bought three Black Series figures.
I'm proud of him that he bought three lightsabers. I'm proud of Steve that he bought Black Series characters. But that wasn't me. I didn't do it.
Deny.
So anyway,
what else you got?
On. So I'm actually very excited because I honestly in my Black Series collection, there has been a lot of the Mandos pop up. There's been several variations of it. Soft goods, hard good capes, Grogu, no Grogu. I mean, there's been all kinds of different things. There's been his Durasteel armor. There's been his Beskar armor. There's been all kinds of iterations. I'm happy about that one because I got it from the movie. And at first I wasn't going to buy it, but I'm kind of glad that I did. But what I'm more excited about as a nerd and as an older nerd is one of the very first, some of the very first movies that I remember watching when I was a kid were things like the original Terminator and like the original Alien and like the original, original Star Wars and original, all the 80s sci-fi trilogies and sagas that came out and all this kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And one that I count among some of my favorites, at least probably the first three out of all the ones that have been made, because they're the only ones that are worth the crap, is the Alien trilogy. And you guys might kind of figure out where I'm going with this. But honestly, one of my favorites probably of like singular standalone favorite sci-fi movies is probably Aliens. Great movie. Love that movie. Thanks, Joy. Appreciate you. I'm going to get blamed for everybody being in debt, and I had nothing to do with it, but I'm just saying.
You know what? Earlier, I went and bought some tacos, and it's all his fault.
See, I got blamed for cake. Now I'm getting blamed for tacos. I got blamed for lightsabers that I didn't purchase. I got blamed for Black Series things that I didn't talk him into. It's whatever. Fine. Go out and
the evidence is against you, man.
Go max out your credit card. I don't give a crap because you know what? At the end of the day, I don't have to pay for it, so I don't care. But anyway, one of my favorite singular movies back then was Aliens. I loved Aliens, and I watched Aliens first, but I never watched the original Alien. So I actually kind of did it backwards. I watched Aliens, and then I watched Alien. And honestly, I watched Alien. What I made the mistake was I watched Alien by myself, and that was crazy because that movie scared the crap out of me, and I was young when I watched it. So, but what I think is cool now is that when I went and watched the Mandalorian Grogu movie, I keep seeing Sigourney Weaver pop up in different shows and different movies and diffent things, and it's
Hmm.
always awesome to me. So the cool thing is that I actually got a double of this one as well. I got the original purple ribbon. I call it purple ribbon version of Colonel Ward, Sigourney Weaver, in an action figure. So I got Ripley as a Star Wars figure.
That's
That's the way I
cool.
look at it. Ripley as a Star Wars figure, and then I also got the first edition white box version. So I got Ripley in both versions, and I think that's pretty cool because, like I said, she was an awesome character. Loved her character in Aliens, and then just Alien 3 and stuff like that. And the fact that I was able to get a hold of her in not only the purple stripe version, but in the white box version of it, that's pretty awesome to me. So I'm glad I was like finally able to get something from Sigourney Weaver in there. She's always been a great actress and a great. She's always been one of my favorite kind of femme fatale style characters from the 80s and things like that. So not only from like Aliens, but Ghostbusters and now Star Wars and Avatar and so on and so on and so on. So she's fantastic. So I'm glad I was able to get copies of both of those. So that's pretty cool. Pretty happy with that.
So I've been sitting here, and I looked up on top of the desk that's in front of me. Um, Most of my Star Wars stuff is in storage. My my kids and my niece packed everything from my office over at the other house, and yeah, packed it up in boxes and stuff. But um, I'm looking on top of the desk, and it seems that a couple of things did not make it into a box because they are sitting on top of the desk. You've probably seen these before, but this is sitting on top of the desk. My little plushy boba, and so this
Oh yeah, First Order helmet.
is actually part of a nightlight that a company I used to work for made. I don't know where the rest of the parts are, but yeah, First Order helmet, nightlight. But yeah, thought I'd share that. Um,
I've always said, Steve, if I run out of stuff that I've recently purchased, I'm going to go back and show stuff that like I have old stuff that I can show that has stories attached to
might
it.
as
So
well. Might as well.
yeah, might as well. So that's always fun.
Um,
But right now I'm at no shortage because I bought a few things. I did spend a little frivolously during May the 4th this year, which I always do, and I always regret it. But so I do have some really cool stuff coming up in the pipe. So you guys might want to pay attention later.
Spencer. That GD got Steven. So the Stormtrooper thing I did not buy. I worked for the company that made them, and I took one. I
I'll
don't
bet
remember
I
where I
talked
got
him
the
into
plushies.
giving it to him, though.
Huh?
I said, I talked him into giving it to you. Apparently, I talked people into everything. So
Maybe.
I don't know.
That was before your time, though.
See,
Yeah,
I
I
had
don't
nothing
remember
to do
where I
with it.
got the plushie. All right.
Do you still
So
have
I'm
the
going to
lightsaber?
show
I
you.
did. See, I didn't talk him into it, but I did give him a lightsaber.
What's that?
The lightsaber.
That's right. And it is actually not in a box. It is sitting over there.
Over there.
Yeah.
See, I didn't talk him into it. I gave him something.
So it's his fault. I have a lightsaber now.
It is technically that's true. That's not you're not wrong in that statement. Technically that's true. I did yeah.
That just goes to show how strong in the Force JD is. See, that's what it is. He's a Jedi, so he mind controlled me into buying those action figures. Okay.
Like I've always said, if I could do that kind of stuff, I'm pretty sure I would be doing it inappropriately on a daily basis. I'm just saying.
but didn't I say earlier when we were talking about the show me your thingy segment,
Uh-huh.
you wanted to skip it. I said, no, we can just crack jokes about thingies while you show off your stuff.
Yeah. And it
And we
turned into
did. We did
at
not
my
disappoint.
expense. At my expense. It's now JD is to blame for everybody's purchases that they make, whether it be a
Exactly,
cake,
Joy.
tacos. Yeah.
These are the tacos.
These are the tacos we're looking for. Oh. This is the cake and ice cream that you're looking for.
I mean, it is Taco Tuesday.
You will go out and buy lightsabers. Oh.
You will buy those action figures. All right, we've shown our thingies. So
Or appropriately,
it's
I showed
time.
my thingy and got blamed for your thingies.
I showed a couple thingies.
And I got blamed for it.
No.
Meh.
What
We
can
don't
I tell
care.
you?
I don't care.
All right, it's main topic time. I told you we would get there. And we're going to be talking about the Mandalorian and Grogu. And we made it before the top of the hour.
I know. That's because I got crammed with showing my thingy, and you got away with. Well, actually, you got away with not showing a thingy. I had to show my thingy, and then I got chastised for everybody's bad purchases.
All right. So who thinks that next week I should be showing my thingy?
Even if it's an old thing, you should show your thingy.
See, exactly, Bear. 40 minutes in, and we finally got to the main topic.
He almost acts like disappointed that we don't do this more often.
Yeah, how did that happen? Too many. Usually, it's too many squirrel moments.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Anyway,
that's fair enough.
So Mandalorian and Grogu. Okay, so JD, you finally saw the movie.
I did. I saw it on Thursday. It was great. Yeah. Yeah.
What did you think overall? Just an overall first impression.
I liked it. It was good. I enjoyed it. It was fun. It was, there wasn't any. I think in one chat I posted to someone, I said there wasn't any earth shattering Star Wars moments other than, some of the more finer topics we'll probably talk about, which is like the live action Jarak match, which is a direct reference from The New Hope, which is great. We got to see Stinky again. We got to see Embo in live action, which is awesome, which we're going to talk about all that. Puppy, by the way. But no, I thought it was just a great, fun movie. It felt like Mando season 4, I'll be honest. That's what it kind of read like to me, was Mando season 4, but it was in movie format, which is fine because they just kind of stuck to the topic. They kind of stuck to everything that was going on and kept it, there was no filler. There was none of that. It was just good, fast-paced action, a good pay. I wouldn't say fast-paced. I would say it was a well-paced action with plenty of things going on and a lot of good moments. And I really enjoyed it. No, it was a great movie. I have no issues with it whatsoever. I'm glad. And it's, for the most part, from what I've seen, it's doing well in the theaters. It's doing well both here at home and internationally. So I'm pretty happy about that. I think that was something that was a big concern for a lot of people in Disney, that there was going to be, that it wasn't going to do well. And that may cause Disney to back away from the movie market when it came to Star Wars. But I hope that that's not the case. I hope that they, they see the value in it and they continue to do so. So, yeah.
Very cool.
What about you?
Yeah, no, I liked it. It was a lot of fun. It was a fun movie. It was not like a cinematic masterpiece or anything. It was fun.
Yeah.
It was, yeah.
And really honestly, I'm kind of glad that we didn't have there wasn't any kind of like expectations. You know what I mean? Like, there was no, like, the sequel trilogy or whatever. I mean, there was this expectation that there was supposed to be these big reveals and there was these big things that were going on. And like all the TV shows that we've got, there's always been this pressure of being some big factor in the Star Wars universe. And I'm going, this wasn't that. This was just a good, fun adventure that they went on. It was kind of like Skeleton Crew. There was no, big, huge point to it. It was just a good, fun movie to go to the movies and see. And I was happy with that.
Yeah, I
I was
mean,
completely satisfied with that.
yeah, I went in with really no expectations.
Yeah, me neither.
Now I will say, uh, when I went and saw the 25-minute preview on May the 4th, it did give me a little bit of expectation, because when I saw those 25 minutes, I was like, I think this is going to be good. I think this is going to be fun. And those little expectations, that it was met. I was not disappointed. It was good. It was fun. There's some really cool moments, and while it did feel like just a long episode, there were still like cinematic moments, like just visually, like that would have not happened in the show, kind of stuff, and just
No.
no, it was really good from beginning to end. It was a joy to watch.
I don't know why, but for some reason I keep going back to like that whole statement of filler episodes. Like, can you imagine like the kind of writing and the kind of jumping through hoops they would have had to have done on a story like this to get to the point, or to keep the story moving along, had they had to have made more episodes and made it longer? I mean, I can't imagine some of the dry episodes that would have come up, and the things that they would have had to have done in order to stretch that out. So to have it in that type of format, and to have it to where they could shorten the story, they get to the point, it's good. And I think that's what makes the difference in a lot of like TV shows versus movies. I mean, you have the ability to just get right to the point, because you don't have to stretch it. You just have to make a good story that you can tell in a little over 2 hours. And that's cool. It's good, and they were able to do that, I think, rather effectively. I think they did a good job, and I'm not disappointed with it at all. I think it's a great addition to the Star Wars universe.
So that does cover one of my questions. I was going to say, did the story that we got justify making the jump from the small screen to the big screen?
Yeah. Yeah. I do have the one question I think I would have that I left is, and maybe it might be answered, I don't know. Because, I mean, obviously by the end, Rada doesn't want to go back to being a gangster. He doesn't want anything to do with his father's legacy. He doesn't want anything to do with his aunt and uncle's legacy. He has no desire to be a part of that. He wants to be his own being. He says man, which is weird. But he says he wants to be his own being. He wants to be his own person. He wants to carve his own path, which is cool. We'll get to see maybe, I don't know if we'll get to see it in future episodes, future movies, future whatever, but we'll get to see, if we get to see him again, we'll actually see a Hut that's actually more concerned about being a good person and helping others and doing things and fighting for what seems to be being put on a path to fight for what's right, instead of being a gangster. And the only question I was left with is that were there any more Huts? I mean, what happens to the Hut cartel? What happens to Hut Space? What happens to all of them after this? I mean, is that the end of them?
That is a good
That's the
question.
question. That is a good. I mean, that's the question that I would ask.
There were quite a few Huts in that treehouse, whatever the fuck that thing was. Do you think this movie was a natural continuation of the TV series?
Yeah. Yep. And I don't know if this is a future question, and this is just kind of a soft spot thing for me. And I think you might know what I'm talking about, but it's just kind of a soft spot thing for me. The only thing that I think they could have done, that it could have included in it, that would have made it more fulfilling for me is that when he went back to his home and he was just kind of hanging out at his home, I almost kind of wish they would have done like a little tribute to Grief Karga and Carl Weathers. Kind of he passed on from
Yeah.
natural causes. We lost him. He was a great, somebody could have said, hey, I'm the new administrator. We lost him. We're putting up a memorial to him, something to that effect. Just to kind of pay tribute to Grief Karga and to Carl Weathers, because I think that he was a pretty essential part of the Mandalorian mythos. So it was, to me, it was kind of, and like we had the blurgs. He had his N1 starship, he had his new Razor Crest, he had the blurgs. Everything from the TV show kind of made itself present for the most part, except for maybe like IG-11 or whatever. But or IG, yeah. Anyway, the only thing that we were kind of missing was that a little bit of a payback to like I said, to Grief Karga and Carl Weathers in there, which I think would have been good. I think that was kind of missing from it.
Yeah, I remember, like, the first time I saw it, I remember saying, I wonder, like, when they went back to Navarro, why wasn't there some sort of reference to him?
That was my thing. They went back to Navarro, and I was like, is there a statue? Is there going to be kind of some kind of tribute? Are they going to say something? Blah, 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 whatever. Anything that would have just kind of showed that they were paying homage to him and the fact that he passed away. But we didn't get any of that. But, I mean, whatever.
So, Matt, to your point, I was glad she didn't show up, but she couldn't have shown up because she was too busy getting her ass handed to her by Ronda Rousey.
You watched that, did you?
What, the 17-second UFC fight?
The second, well, it wasn't a UFC fight though. That's the thing. It was that Jake Paul is the one that put it on, and yeah, it was very hyped up. People have been wanting to see it for a long time, and 17 seconds later, everybody's like, "What the hell just happened?"
Can you imagine the people that paid for that?
Yeah. I will say this. I will say this about, and I know this is kind of going off topic just a little bit, but Cara Dune being part of it, and Gina Carano playing the character of Cara Dune. I will say this. Yeah, no kidding, scroll moment. To kind of touch on that a little bit, I do appreciate Ronda Rousey actually recognizing Gina Carano as being kind of the tip of the spear when it came to women in mixed martial arts, and the huge respect that they paid towards one another. Because if any of you have watched UFC fights, you know how those press conferences go. And it's always them looking at each other saying, I'm going to kill you. I'm going to mess you up. I'm going to blah, 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 blah. Always trash talking each other. That's always been the thing. And they really tried to get the both of them to do that to really promote the fight. And honestly, when they got done, they just went up, they hugged each other, they showed each other a tremendous amount of respect. And they did the same thing in the fight. They
what fight?
Yeah, there really wasn't. I know there wasn't a fight. And like a couple people have said, exhibition and money grab. Yeah, I mean, there wasn't much to it.
See,
but
that is what in the professional wrestling world they refer to as a squash match.
Well, yeah. They actually tried to get the MMA and the UFC to sponsor the match, and they wouldn't do it. I won't say who, but just say that certain people within the MMA and the UFC just didn't want to do it. They didn't want to sponsor it. So, and I have my own personal thoughts about Jake Paul, which, I know we're getting really off topic, but I have my own personal thoughts about Jake Paul and his reputation and who he is as a fighter and a promoter and that kind of stuff. But that's something that everybody kind of wanted to see, was Ronda Rousey and Gina Carano fight one another. And it really, like you said, it really wasn't a fight. It felt more like an exhibition match. It felt more like a lot of fluff and a whole lot of no content. But at the same time, I mean, I one thing I did want to point out, and like no creep or anything, I mean, really, honestly, is it to see both of them after they ended their careers and kind of the progression of the two of them and like attempting to act, which Ronda Rousey cannot do. And Gina Carano, who's not great, but she's still fun. She was still, I think she made a great character as Cara Dune. And then both of them trained the way they did to get back into shape to fight this fight. I have to give tremendous amount of respect to both of them. They really did like put the work in, and they did a lot of, and I think it was great for both of them. I mean, yeah, I know people have a lot of their opinions, and it was an exhibition match and a money grab and blah blah blah. And I tend to agree, which that's pretty much Jake Paul's mo. But it was cool to see the amount of respect that they gave each other and that kind of thing. So anyway,
I believe some folks in the chat have some thoughts about Jake Paul. Smirking Bear says,
and I
Jake
agree.
Paul can eat a lightsaber while it's turned on.
I agree. I think he's a huge tool and a joke. I'm not gonna.
Matt said very plainly, Jake Paul's a tool.
I agree. I
Drew,
agree.
what's up, man? Better
Hey,
late than
Drew.
never, you know. Drew,
Yes.
have you seen Mandalorian and Grogu?
Yeah, probably. I think several
Because
times.
if
if
you
I remember
haven't, hey,
Hey, that's not fair.
it's a lot more than
We're more than
17
seconds. Dang it.
At least
Apparently
30.
you haven't watched some of our episodes where we go over 2 hours and we're just yammering on.
A lot of fluff.
Mm-hmm.
Fluff this.
Fluff, yeah. Anyways,
He got wrapped up in a sewing project and lost track of time.
yes. I think Gina Carano was too busy. I don't think she was going to get included. And I don't think things have the dust hasn't settled between her and Disney yet. I don't think. I haven't heard. At least not to my knowledge, I haven't heard.
Wait a minute. Why are we talking about Gina Carano anyway?
I don't know. I don't know. Well, because she was part of the Mandalorian for 2 seasons.
Oh, right.
I did enjoy her character being in there, but in the same time, I'm not saying I would have been disappointed to see her, but at the same time, I didn't have any expectation that we would. Yeah.
I mean, I really would have been fine if they just recast her.
Yeah, because I think that Rangers of the New Republic show was supposed to be a show that she was going to headline.
Yeah.
And they could have recast her with somebody else. I mean, it was similar. They could have done something like that.
What? Drew, is this true?
It wouldn't surprise me. Like I said, I have heard that they kind of made peace, like over the whole thing. They kind of made peace with her, so that would not surprise me. And after, like I said, after she put in the work, got back into shape, her and Ronda Rousey, and they had their fight, I think they're kind of a topic of discussion right now. So that wouldn't surprise me. That wouldn't surprise me at all.
Okay.
Anyway, onward and upward.
Shit, what were we talking about?
We were talking about Mandalorian and Grogu.
We were, but what? I lost track of where we were at. So, making the jump from the small screen to the big screen. Yeah, that's what we were talking about. Yeah, I think there were enough. Yeah, Drew, you missed the
Yeah,
thingy
you missed the
portion.
thingy portion.
We showed our thingies.
Yeah, we missed the thingy portion.
Whipped them out and showed everybody.
There you go. There's a little preview. Mandalorian and Grogu characters. Anyway.
I think there were enough like cinematic moments that made it justifiable for the big screen.
Yeah. I mean, I'm glad he's got a brand new fluffy, Razor Crest. It pisses me off because of that one over there. You can't see it right now, but that one over there. I'm glad he's got a Razor Crest back because I really did like that ship. It's a pretty cool ship.
Yeah,
so he's got his
Razor
Crest back.
Crest is cool.
That's cool. He still has the N1 Starfighter, so that's still available to him if he needs it, and he has blurgs if he needs them. So that's good. The new Razor Crest is cool. It has got. I like the paint job on it, that yellow stripe on it, and it looking so shiny and buff, and it's not degraded in any way or anything. That really does make it look cool. I really did like that part of it. That was neat. And the
Mhm.
fact that he got to fight with Zeb throughout the whole movie, that was cool. So that was bringing, one of the final Rebels characters into the big screen and into live action. And we really got to see him do some amazing things. So
Huh. So Drew was not as impressed.
hmm.
He said that it should not have been a movie. And what we got was
Eh,
meh. To each his own, you know. I mean,
hey,
I
that's
had
okay. I
fun.
mean, I've heard other people say that. They said it was fun, but they said it wasn't. Like I said, I said there was nothing earth shattering in the Star Wars universe, but I really liked the movie. Some people were actually upset that there wasn't some earth shattering Star Wars universe reveal. Like somebody, didn't show up or,
Yeah, that's
something like that.
fair.
And like kind of like in the movies, we got Luke to show up in one of them, or we've got those
But
big cinematic moments at the end. But at the same time, again, you're not going to top the fact that Luke showed up at the end of season 2. It's just not going to happen. I can't think of anything other than maybe like if Han and Chewie had showed up. But how would you do that when they're just, Harrison Ford's getting older and it would have been CGI'd and people would have said something about it. So, could he have showed up and rescued them or found some way to get him back to the New Republic? That would have been interesting, and it would have been a cool little reveal, something neat to see. But really, honestly, I don't think, I think the way we got it, I enjoyed it.
yeah, I mean, about regarding cameos or people that we got Rod of the Hut, guy. We got Stinky. We got
We got
live action
we
Stinky.
got we got buff Stinky is what we got.
We got buff live action Stinky.
Yeah, we got a
Um,
very buff Stinky.
I mean, Stinky was a very important part of the Clone Wars.
The Clone Wars movie.
Yeah, Stinky guys. Like they did miss the chance to call him Stinky. Uh, see, and now that you mention that, it would have been cool for Ahsoka to have shown up so that she could call him Stinky.
Yeah, a little reunion moment between the two of them. That would have
Yeah,
been cool. Yeah.
little
And
Stinky.
Drew said something. Drew said something earlier too. He said that it was kind of that and I don't think that in the context of like the Lucasfilm and stuff like that, I don't think they were hyping it up as being a build up to a showdown with Thrawn. I think that's what everybody thought was going on. To be fair, because everybody was kind of hoping that this would be like the first part of an introduction into what could be the final battle with Thrawn between the New Republic and Mando and Ahsoka, and bringing all of those shows together. I think a lot of people, um, I think a lot of people, that was the expectation that a lot of people had, that this would be some kind of build up to that. But I don't think they ever said specifically, at least not that I'm aware of. They never said specifically that that's what they were building towards was a final showdown. I think that's what we're going to get in Ahsoka season 2, or they're going to do an Ahsoka season 2, and then there's going to be a season 3, and season 3 will be a cinematic version of the Ahsoka show where we'll get the final battle. But then again, also too, you have to keep in mind we haven't seen Starfighter yet. We're not sure how that's going to tie into everything. So that's another thing we have to consider.
Yeah. Um. That's right. She
But
is
that could be
Imperia.
the thing though too, Drew, is that they're talking about clearing out all the imps. Now that could still tie into something later down the road. That could still tie into that they're like if Thrawn calls them all back and tries to bring the fleet back together on Dantooine and tries to make one last stand of the Empire, and they bring Mando in to help somebody else, say Ahsoka or somebody else. They
Hmm.
bring him in as help. I mean, to help hunt down the
I think
help.
Drew is right. Starfighter is post Rise of Skywalker, so probably won't tie in.
Oh, okay. See, and I that's one thing I had not heard. I had not heard when it was supposed to take place. I didn't know if it was post Rise of Skywalker, or if it was like Return of the Jedi time frame.
So we did already kind of talk about a couple of the characters, but we had a very interesting supporting cast.
Mm-hmm.
We got Rada, we got Stinky.
Mm-hmm.
It was a little off-putting at first to hear a Hutt speak English, because that is something that we really haven't. Well, no, we saw it with Zero the Hutt.
What's
Yeah,
that?
I guess now that I think about that, it's not really that off-putting.
What's that?
For the Hutt to be talking basic.
Well, yeah, and see, I heard other people say that too, and then I thought of Zero the Hutt, and I'm like, they talked basic before, so that's not weird.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
like the twins talked a little bit of it, but Rada was the one that was really picking up the basic.
yeah, yeah.
But that also could be framed as his wanting to separate from his father and from the crime family as much as possible. So
Oh,
instead of speaking Huttese, he wanted to speak basic because he wanted to seem more friendly to people that speak basic instead of being more like a Hutt.
I forgot about that, Drew. Some of the Hutts in the Knights of the Old Republic games spoke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. 100%.
Yeah, I don't know about that, Bear. That I'm not sure what my Hutt would be.
I'm scared to ask. At this show, I'm scared. I'm very scared to ask.
Yeah, with this chat room,
With this
man.
chat. Yeah.
Sometimes they come up with
Should
weird
have got
things like show me your
should have got
thing.
a Pizza the Hut. Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens in Spaceballs too.
But then of course Sigourney Weaver, big
Colonel
name, big name in there. Of course we got Zeb. That was cool.
Mm, that was cool.
That was pretty awesome. And he was in that movie a lot more than I thought he would be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it didn't seem like his presence overwhelmed it though.
Yeah.
Because it seemed like with them putting it in there, it could have been very well to where he kind of stole center. He kind of stole the screen on the whole thing because everybody who knew who Zeb was, and we hadn't seen him in live action yet. But at this point, he was in it just enough that he was awesome. He was cool. Loved to see him, but he didn't overshadow anything.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
So yeah, Joy is saying that it seemed that basic was the common language in space Chicago. Okay.
Yeah, I agree with that too, Drew. His fighting style was awesome. That double staff of his and seeing that in live action, that was great. That was cool. He really kicked some butt in that one. Yeah.
We got a couple of shots of Dave Filoni. He was in the bar.
He couldn't be without the hat.
Yeah, he was in the bar thing. And then he was in the X-Wing. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool. Any favorite moments from the show?
Oh, you know what? I think honestly, and I don't know if you, what'd you say?
I like Buff Hutts and I cannot lie.
Oh my God. I can't believe you actually were able to put that together. That was awesome. You know what I enjoyed the most, and I don't know, and it really wasn't one of the action scenes or anything like that. It was the one that I enjoyed the most was when Mando fell out from the poison, I didn't know what he was doing at first. I didn't really kind of put two and two together until I seen the end result. When Baby Yoda was trying to take, or Grogu, excuse me, when Grogu was trying to take care of um, Din Djarin, he actually made a mud hut that was similar to Yoda's mud hut on Dagobah.
Yeah, I did.
And
I did notice that.
yeah, and it was funny too because he tries to put him in it and he realized he didn't make it long enough and he kept banging his helmet against the side of it. And that was he was trying to use the force to push him in and it kept banging his head against it. It was kind of funny. But even to the point where he picks up that stick and he's walking around and then he builds the hut. It was so reminiscent of episode of Empire Strikes Back, and like seeing Yoda on Dagobah, and then seeing him in the hut, and then having him with the with the stick that he was walking around with. It was like it was seeing what Yoda would have been like at a younger age, kind of thing, if that makes sense. And so that I love that callback to that. At least, and I don't know if that was the intention. I don't know if that's what they were going for. Um, um, I loved the reference. I love the callback. To me, it was 100% a callback to Yoda and The Empire Strikes Back.
So there have been some comments about Sigourney Weaver's character in the chat room.
Okay.
They were, they're basically saying that her presence was a letdown. So I get that she's a big name actor, but the movie isn't Mandalorian Grogu and Sigourney Weaver. So I think the focus on her was the right amount of focus.
Yeah.
She didn't need to overshadow the main characters. That's just my opinion. Yeah.
I honestly felt like with her character, because if you watch the part where they're handing out the cards and they're sitting at the bar and they're sitting at the table, to me it felt like a callback to the very first episode, to the very first the very first season of Mando, when Grief's sitting there and he's handing out these pucks of who they want Mando to go after. Like, it felt a lot like that. And to me, it kind of felt like Yoda and Yeti getting free. Yeah, very possible. To me, it made me think a lot of that. But what I think her presence there was meant to do was, I think she was meant to be kind of a replacement and a little bit of a step up from Grief Karga. I kind of feel like that's what her whole purpose was she was meant to take his place. And if they were going to get somebody big, why not get another 80s movie icon and step that character up a little bit by not just making them a city mayor or some random city mayor, that she was actually somebody who was an officiate of of the new republic, and somebody who was trying to get him help them hunt down Imperials. So in a way, it kind of makes sense. Was she overhyped a little bit? Maybe, but it made her character make more sense, in my opinion. I think.
I don't think they overhyped her character. I think that people, because of her name value, I could be wrong. I think that because of her name value, I think people assumed she was going to have a bigger role. Because hey, it's Sigourney Weaver. Well, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And I want to kind of address something that Drew said too. Drew said, potential plot hole. He said, season 1 Mando, Grogu's force heal cured Grief Karga of poison, but why, when Grogu uses the force heal on Din, did it not cure poison as well as only close it? The only thing I can think of is either one, the poison was more potent, or two, he had been exposed to it for so long that he wasn't able to just he was able to force heal the wound, but he was not able to get the poison out of his body. Because with Grief, it had just happened, where with Din Djarin, it was actually had been coursing through his veins and through his body for quite a long period of time.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion. That's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
you can speculate all you want.
I agree with Bear. I agree with. There is no step up. No, I'm not saying there's a step up for Apollo Creed. I'm just saying if you're going to replace that type of character in the show, that you either go big or go home. You can't just set somebody in there and expect everybody to go, "Oh, I'm okay with it." Sigourney Weaver made sense. I mean, to me, she made sense. There could have been a bunch of 80s action, different types of stars that they could have put in there that could have been a part of, taking over the mantle of a Grief Karga type character. But I feel like she was a good choice. She's awesome, and I'm glad they did. I'm really I'm happy that Sigourney Weaver and Ripley are part of the Star Wars universe. I'm just saying. I know her name's not Ripley. I know that's not Ripley,
Yeah.
but I'm just saying.
That would have been funny.
Yeah, because Grogu isn't Yoda. Exactly. Grogu's not Yoda. I mean, we know that. I mean, Carson Teva would have worked too. I think they could have given him a bigger role, and I think they would have been okay with it. Or it would have been like Carson Teva and Dave Filoni sitting there giving him the orders. That would have been fine. But like I said, I've got a soft spot for Sigourney Weaver, so I'm glad she's in it. That's just me. I'm happy to see her in the movie. That's just, yeah. But no, you're not wrong. I think Carson Teva would have been fine because I do like his character, and he's one of those people that I've actually seen him do interviews, and he's one of those guys that he is not just an actor in the Star Wars universe, but he is also a fan. He is a huge nerd. He does all kinds of nerd stuff. He's involved in it, and I agree. He would have been fine as well. But like I said, I do like. I'm not quite sure how to help you with that. I do like Sigourney Weaver in that role.
Yeah. Okay. Back to favorite moments.
Okay. What about you? What was your favorite moment?
Man. I really liked the fight in the pit.
Yeah.
The Jajaric match.
The Jajaric match? Yeah.
That was cool. It was like the first 15 minutes of the movie, but I really liked the whole AT-AT battle.
His kind of hallway moment?
Yeah.
Sort of.
Yeah. I thought that was cool.
No, that was cool. I like that. I'd love to know. I haven't heard any information on those particular ATSTs, but I know they're a variant of the original. So I would like to hear, like, are they just an upgrade or whatever they were? I mean, I'm sure those more information will come out about those, but they were cool too. I like those. And we got to see the inside of them. That's actually, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, Steve. I may be wrong about this because I can't think of any reference like right off the top of my head, except for maybe a little bit of Rogue One. But that's kind of one of the first times that we get to see a detailed interior view of an AT-AT in the big screen.
I would agree. Yeah. I remember watching it and I was like, have we ever seen, did we in Fallen Order, we got inside of it?
Well, I'm talking about like TV shows or like big screen or stuff like that. I can't think of it off the top of my head. Maybe I'm wrong. And actually, Drew, who is always a good source of information, he says that was the prototype AT-AT from one of the episodes of Rebels. And Matt is giving me crap. He's saying it's pronounced at. Excuse me, it can be pronounced either way. I'm just saying. AT-AT is an acronym. AT is just a different way of saying AT-AT. So,
yeah, I don't. It's been a while since I've played the game, so I don't remember going inside and at.
If you don't know what that's from, we can't be friends.
We've never done an episode about that movie.
We need content for later down the road.
Hmm.
If you don't know what we're talking about, it's going to be a mystery topic later down the road, maybe, possibly.
It will be. Yep.
Just remember.
Hmm.
And now my
I'm trying
girlfriend
to
won't stop
think of
laughing.
some other moments that like stand out. Like that scene was cool, and the jerk match.
Drew says you go up inside one of the AT-ATs to kill TKs, take it over and do a trial gun section when Saw Gerrera lands in the cockpit and talks to you. Yeah, Martin Scorsese in there too. Yeah, that was a big surprise. I didn't realize Martin Scorsese was so close to like he wanted to be a part of the Star Wars universe. So that was cool that we actually got him in there too. That was awesome. Because I like a lot of his films. So yeah, that was great that we got a Hollywood legend like him in the movie too. That was a good part of it.
Who did he play?
He played the cook in the
Oh, okay. That's who I thought.
He was the cook. He was the what do they call that? Damn it, it's from Solo too. What do they call those guys? The guys with the forearms. I'm thinking of the line too. Ardiniak.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. He was because he played the chef in the mobile cooking thing, the Ardiniak.
Yeah. Can you think of any other moments that was?
I do like the fact that they got they took his helmet off again, and as soon as they did that, you could tell that he was pissed. And when he said, "Now that you see me without my helmet, you're both going to die," so you kind of knew how that was going to play out.
Yeah.
I mean, you knew in one way or another it was going to play out. And I do like the whole pit thing that he fell into. Kind of felt like a Return of the Jedi on steroids, because he drops down into the pit, and not only does he have to deal with those cobra-headed dudes, and I don't come at me, I can't remember their names, but they are a figure from one of the toy lines, and they finally put them in live action. But they and then you get to see that giant sea snake, and he fights that thing, and then he gets his helmet back, and later he ends up making him pay for it. So I was like, yeah, that felt like that really felt like a Return of the Jedi moment on steroids. Let's see. What else? What else was some good moments?
What? Okay, yeah, go ahead.
I don't know. Kind of seeing the Razor Crest back in action, some of the aerial fights.
Oh, yeah, that was okay. Yeah, that wasn't just one cool moment. But yeah, I did seeing.
Yeah, seeing the Razor Crest back in action, that was cool. That was really cool.
That was cool.
And then you actually see.
Of course, Embo.
Yeah, Embo. Yeah, seeing him in live action, that was cool.
Yeah, that was cool. It was cool to see him fight.
Yeah, and the fact that he was able to use his helmet as a shield.
Yeah,
his
not
helmet
only
doubles
a shield, but a weapon.
Yeah, because there's actually, for any of you who ever played in the chat, if you ever played a mobile game called Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, you actually got to use his helmet as a weapon to attack, and it was rather devastating.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was rather devastating. What other moments did you kind of stand out to you?
Yeah, I don't know. Um, like, I guess the whole, and this isn't really a moment per se,
Mhm.
um, but like seeing Nal Hutta in live action was pretty cool
Mhm.
because we've never seen it in live action. Um,
Okay, I have to ask, and I think this is probably one of the biggest criticisms I think I have of the whole thing. Okay, and I say that because it's been when we were talking about it earlier, it was kind of gnawed at me because it was a cool scene, but to me it was a little too easy. And when the New Republic shows up with all those X-wings and stuff like that, it almost seems like to me, as much as they built up the Hut Cartel and how bad the Hut Cartel was and how hard they were to get rid of, it almost seemed like when they went to the planet and they blew up the palace, did it almost seem a little too easy to you?
a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, because I always, and even in like from Return of the Jedi to all the, like even like Episode One and all the outside media of the Hut Clan, like Hut Clan was one of the biggest gangsters in the galaxy, and they went in and Mando was doing his thing and he was distracting him, he was destroying stuff, but it almost felt like to me that it was too easy for the Republic to show up with just a few ships and then blow up the palace and take out their defenses and basically render them completely obsolete. So one of two things is the explanation here. Either one, it was just that it wasn't done right, or that the Hut cartel's hold on Hut space and the galaxy has always been overhyped. Like it was all a legend, or they really weren't as bad as they were making everybody was making them out to be.
Not only that, but I feel like the fact that the twins were the head of like the whole Hut cartel
Mm-hmm.
seemed a little hard to swallow because even Jabba was not the leader of the Hut cartel. He was just one Hut that everybody knew,
Mm-hmm.
and he was on Tatooine. But the Hut cartel was a lot more far-reaching than just Jabba. So they I feel like they missed the mark on that.
Yeah, and that's why I asked the question earlier. I was like, so does this mean the Hut cartel or the Huts themselves are no longer in control of what would be Hut space? So now somebody else has the ability to come in and fill the vacuum. You know what
Well,
I
I
mean?
mean, because uh, there are other planets in the Hut
Yeah,
um,
the Hut space was
in the
huge.
Hut region. Yeah.
Yeah, Hut space was big. It was a big part of the galaxy that made up the Star Wars galaxy. So yeah, I mean there was definitely a lot to the Hut space. So to say that it was these two and this one little area gets destroyed and all of a sudden that's the end of the Hut cartel. I don't think that's it. I think if there are other Huts, obviously they'll take over.
Right, Bear. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. There's a Hut council, and based on this
Okay,
movie, I don't think the council was located on Nal Hutta. It could have
maybe
been.
they were, but maybe they were, or they were just in a different part of it.
Maybe. I don't know.
These are questions that we need answers to.
These are questions we need answered. Um, what do you think of the film score?
It was cool. It was kind of it was different because I mean we got the Mando theme, so that was cool, but the rest of the score was neat. It was kind of an upgrade, like pop techno type of
Yeah.
thing, especially when they were on the one planet, or they were on the planet where Rada was at. Yeah, I mean, it went to like a techno theme, which I think is kind of
Yeah.
a carryover from what's the one I'm thinking of? It was kind of a carryover from like they've been kind of doing that if you think about it with like Boba Fett and they've been or the Book of Boba Fett and what was the more recent one where they did that? They did some kind of like upbeat techno themes. Um,
I don't
crap.
remember.
I want to say Andor season 2, but I don't think that's right. No, they just had
Well,
some
in
stuff where
Andor season 2, they had the rock and rave that Mon Mothma was dancing to.
yeah. So there was that. Kind of the same thing with like even like Maul Shadow Lord they had where he walked into that casino and they had kind of a upbeat music going and that kind of stuff. So
Yeah.
I think they're trying to expand away from traditional scores and they're trying to go more towards like the techno vibe and like a futuristic techno vibe, which is fine. I mean, it adds a little bit more flavor to it, which is cool. I like it. It's all right.
Yeah.
But no, the score overall was good. I liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Matt thought it was meh.
And Matt thought it was meh.
It was meh. Joy
She's
says
just-
that it reminded her of the 1984 Dune movie score. Watch it, Matt.
What do you say?
Nobody watched the
Oh,
movie.
yeah, I did, and I watch it quite often. Thank you very much.
Watch it.
It's not. It's probably on my list of Disney produced items. It ranks above Resistance, but not much.
Well, we're still going to do an episode about that show.
Which one?
Book of Boba Fett.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I thought you were going to say. I thought you were going to say Resistance, and I'm like, you're going to force me to watch that?
Nah.
I'm like, yeah. Even in the Star Wars universe, there's certain things that I won't do.
That is true, Bear. The Star Wars techno music goes with the freaky Star Wars stripper clubs.
Yeah, no kidding. I have
that
I have
reminds
dog-
me of a question that I had about Andor. That's a question for another time. We won't get into that.
Okay.
No, I'm going to hit it.
Oh God,
he
there
goes
we go.
into this bar at the beginning of the show. Is that
The
supposed
very
to be
first episode,
The very first episode.
right? If that's
Was
supposed
that
to be a what?
to be a strip club?
I want to say that I think it was a bar / brothel.
Or was it? Yeah, was it a brothel?
I thought it was like a
was there
bar
a
/
brothel?
brothel. I think it was a combo unit kind of thing. I could be wrong though.
Joy chimes in. She says it was a brothel. Okay,
I was a brothel. I thought it was a brothel. Which is kind of different for the Star Wars universe, but hey,
okay,
whatever.
Yeah, that's good enough. That's all I wanted to say. Bear has a very important question. See, here's the thing about Rebel Nerd Radio. We get the hard-hitting questions that matter about Star Wars. Bear has one for us.
And he says that with such a high degree of sarcasm that it's palpable.
Okay. Question for the chat room and for all of you out there. Comment if you would like. But let's get serious. The hard questions. If you walked into a freaky Star Wars stripper club, which freaky species are you asking for a lap dance? Do you have a choice, Eddie?
Oh, I'm actually required to answer this question.
Yeah, you got to answer this.
Like seriously? Oh
no, Matt. It wouldn't be that. It wouldn't be that. It would not be a Wookiee. I think I would have to go with a Cathar. Oh no, that's not a freaky.
I'm so glad we're having this
oh,
discussion.
good Lord, Joy. That Borgullet?
Oh my
I don't
God.
know about that.
How do you, I mean,
I mean,
okay.
it's not.
I have so many questions. I'm just going to leave it alone.
It's not a freaky species per se, but like I would think maybe a Dathomirian. That's not really a freaky species, though. I'm sticking with Cathar. I'm going to go with Cathar. Matt would go. Matt, I think, would go with a Sarlacc.
Sarlacc.
Oh, jeez. He says that you would request an Ewok. Man, that ain't right.
That ain't right, because I was going to say Wookiee, but no, I'm kidding.
Tentacles or something.
Or something.
Um.
Oh my God. This rank's right up there with our coffee enema and Star Wars sex toy conversation.
Oh, this is the conversation we need to use to promote the show.
These are the hard hitting questions.
These are the hard hitting questions that we ask here on Rebel Nerd Radio. Questions like, does Darth Maul have a bionic thingy?
That is anything. What freaky Star Wars character?
Oh, Bear's got an interesting one. Trandoshan.
Just to see a female lizard chick.
Okay. Haven't you ever seen V? Come on, man.
Yeah. That if you've seen V, that would horrify you to death. Oh my goodness. Dot Matrix would be my pick.
That's not a freaky alien species, Joy.
No one picked B. Arthur. I'm just. I said B. I said Dot Matrix. I know that's not B. Arthur, but
that's not a freaky alien species.
I mean, it's AI. Why not?
Yeah, I think that discussion has run its course.
Yeah,
I'm going with Cathar. I'm sticking to Cathar. Wow.
I honestly, I think. I mean, if I don't say Hut Slayer Leia in the outfit, I know that's a betrayal, but that's also too easy. That's also too well. Technically, they're from a different galaxy, so they would be aliens. Technically.
Oh God, no, Matt.
What? Steve wants Kowakian monkey lizard rabbits.
Nah.
Would it be weird if I said Gabble?
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to go with the traditional and say Twi'lek.
Okay.
Just a purple one this time. I like the purple one would be cool.
The purple one. Okay. All right, moving on.
You people forced me into this decision. I'm just saying.
As we usually do.
As we usually do.
Do you think there's going to be another season?
Oh, no, I don't think so. I think it. Here's my honest opinion. I'm not. I don't think so, and I'll be honest with you. I hope not. I hope if we see him again, it'll just be in future projects, like Drew was saying earlier, that there will be his involvement in hunting down of Thrawn and the final battle of the final, like the final end of most of the Imperial, the old Imperial units, and the First Order will be a new version of the old, but the rest of the old Imperials will be wiped out. I hope that he plays a role in that if they ever decide to do a movie based on that. like a Battle of Jakku or something to that effect. I hope we do see him again. But as far as another season, I don't know. And to be quite honest with you, if they do, I hope one of two things happens. I hope they either do another movie or they and at the very least, if they do another movie or if they do another season, I hope they wait a long time. My worry is that they are going to try to milk Mandalorian and Grogu for everything that it's worth, and people are actually going to get exhausted with it. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think people will get to the point where they'll be like, okay, this is played out. We're done. We don't want to see it anymore. Go on, move on to something else. And because
if they are planning on doing it, I don't think they need to wait too long because, Pedro's going to get old,
Yeah, but really they don't need Pedro. They just need his voice. I mean, I know they showed him in the movie because people, they wanted to see, everybody wants to see Pedro Pascal. So they showed him in the movie as being the Mando, but everybody knows he's the Mando now. I mean, that's not a big secret anymore. If you watch the shows, if you watch the movie, now you know who he is. So really, they only need the voice.
That's fair, I guess. If he's going to keep the helmet on, yeah.
Yeah. Because, like I said, I'm just worried that they're gonna do too much with it, and it's going to get played out, and they're going to be like, okay, yeah, that was cute for a few years, but now it's going to get boring. That you can't do something different, that we can't come up with something else, and they're going to be like, okay, let's move on. Let's find something else. Eventually, they're going to have to move. They're going to have to take unapologetic chances in other eras, in other places in the Star Wars universe that don't include Mando, that don't include the original cast, that don't include anything having to do with the Skywalker saga or the Empire. They're just going to have to. It's going to have to happen. I mean, they can tell a story here and there now and again to keep the original trilogy, the prequels and the sequels all in people's minds. But eventually, they're going to have to expand beyond that timeline if they want to keep Star Wars going, if they want to keep it relevant. And people were talking about how the movie wasn't making as much money as they thought it would, and blah, 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 blah. Well, it's not, it hasn't finished its run yet, number one. That's the first thing. Secondly, what they've made compared to what the budget was, they've already made their money back. And then some. So that's not, a movie is not considered a flop unless it doesn't make what it cost for the production of the movie and then merchandising and advertising and things like that. And I think by now, I think it has.
So here's the thing, though. Looking at the top grossing films of 2026, I know we're just like the tippy top of June, but it's already number 7 for the year.
Yeah.
So,
it's not doing bad. I mean, there's some people that tried to say that it was not doing good, or that it wasn't. And I think a lot of those people are people that they want it to fail because they don't like Disney. They don't like what Disney's done. They don't like the decisions that Disney made in the past. The thing about it is that even if you disagree with a lot of the things that they've done, or you disagree with just like the everything under Kathleen Kennedy or whatever. I mean, now we have a whole new core in charge of Star Wars moving forward. So obviously, the content and how the stories are told are going to change. It's going to be different. And the thing that I don't understand is that, and you and I have talked about this before, Steve. If, let's say, the movie doesn't do well, and Lucasfilm says, okay, we don't know what to do going forward. We don't know how we're going to solve this problem. So you know what we're going to do? We're just going to shelf it. And they stick Star Wars on a shelf for like the next 10, 20 years. And they say, we'll readdress it later down the road. I don't understand why you would want something to fail to the point of they just aren't going to make any more content. And I don't care. With what we have gotten so far, there's so much content out there for people who continue to be fans and continue to like what they're putting out there, that you will basically be able to watch something every day for the entire year, and you won't be disappointed. You'll have something to watch, or you'll have something to read, or you'll have something, a comic book to look at, or a video game to play. It really wouldn't
Well,
matter.
yeah,
There's
that's
more
the
than enough
thing is
out there to do it.
they're always going to make books
Yeah.
or
And
comic
Galaxy's
books.
Edge will continue to, Galaxy's Edge will continue to be there. The thing that's crazy about it to me is that there's people out there that'll be, well, maybe if it gets bad enough, Disney will sell Star Wars. PSA:
Who?
Disney is not going to sell Star Wars to anyone.
Who would they sell
They're
it to?
not going to do it. They're not going. It doesn't even matter. We can speculate that all day long. They're not going to sell Star Wars. They're not going to sell it to anyone. It's not going to happen. Even if they shelved it for 10 years and said, we're not going to do anything for the next 10 years, we're just going to put it on hiatus, they're still not going to sell it to anyone. So these people living this pipe dream of, well, if it's bad enough or if we don't support it, it'll go away. No, it won't. It won't go away. It won't go away. Because if you look at Celebration 2027, even if you could argue that the ticket distribution system was handled not so well, the entire celebration sold out in 5 hours.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know.
Tickets sold out in 5 hours. Okay, so you can make arguments all day long. You can say whatever you want. Disney is not going to get rid of it. So you can make it as bad as you want. You can make it perform as bad as you want. It's not going anywhere. They're not going to give it up. At the most, they will shelve it for 10 years, and they'll say, we'll come back to it at a later date when everybody's calmed down and a new generation starts to support it. Because that's exactly what happened with the prequels. There's people who are original trilogy fans that hated the prequels, and there was a younger generation that loved the prequels, and now that younger generation is an older generation. They support the prequels, but they hate the sequels. When all these kids that got to see the sequels for the first time see the sequels 10 years, 20 years, 15 years from now, they're going to be adults and they're going to go, we love the sequels. We will support the sequels. It's a repeat thing. It's going to keep happening. And the Mandalorian Grogu movie is something people have wanted to see for a while. They wanted to see Star Wars back on the big screen. And that's what you got.
So for those of you that still need your Mando Grogu fix, Matt has a solution. Let me find it. A Grogu spinoff of pimply-faced teenage Grogu. And Joy hopped on that bandwagon and said, Grogu hits puberty in a very special episode of The Mandalorian.
Yeah,
and then Matt got a little dark with the Mando Grogu after school special. Grogu is all hopped up on blue milk and spice.
Yeah. There's some good comments.
This one's good. Mando has to explain puberty and the birds and the bees with
the bees of Grogu. Oh God. I like Bear's comment. The only way Star Wars moves hands is if Disney goes bankrupt. That'd be the only reason I could see, because between Star Wars and Marvel, those are probably two of the biggest IPs Disney owns. If Disney is in danger of going bankrupt, even if they started selling things, that would probably be the last two things that they would get rid of. Yeah. And there's not anybody out there who has enough money to buy them, produce them, and do what Disney has done with them in the same scale. So somebody could buy them, but what they'd end up doing with it is they would say, okay, we're going to make a movie once every couple of years because that's all we got the money for. And that's what you would see. But at the same time, yeah, basically, Matt, you can't triple stamp a double stamp. Exactly. You're not, it's not going to happen. Disney's not going to give up Star Wars. They're not going to do it. At the very least, like I said, they may shut it down. They may shelve it. They may put it on hiatus, but celebrations will still go on. Mm-hmm. There will still be books. There will still be comic books. Galaxy's Edge will still continue to go on. It will still be a park, even if they don't make any more movies on it. That's just the reality of it. And for those out there who are not seeing it, you need to wake up, because that's how things are going to be. The only other scenario I could see is that Star Wars, now that it's under new management through Lucasfilm with Dave Filoni and what's her face, and I'm sorry, I'm saying what's her face because I don't want to mispronounce her name, but I know she's yeah. Um, Obviously they're going to change direction. They're going to change. There's some things over the next few years that you're going to see differently. There are going to be some things that are going to happen. There's going to be more in-depth stories. There's probably going to be more in-depth movies. They're going to change how they make the movies and how they make the TV shows. All of that's going to become different because Dave Filoni does. He understands the mistakes that have been made thus far. And even if you can say, "Oh, we don't like the way that Mando season 3 went, or we didn't like the way Book of Boba Fett went, or we didn't like the way this, that, blah, blah, blah." They're going to take that into account and they're going to move forward by trying to correct those mistakes. And I think Dave Filoni is going to be pretty good at that because he's been on board since before Disney even had a hold of it. So I think you're going to see a lot of different changes. I think there's going to be a lot of different things happening. But I also think that I really am kind of thinking that we might for a while see less of it. It just kind of depends.
Yeah.
Because obviously now we have Shadow Lord season 2. We're not getting Ahsoka season 2 until next year. Shadow Lord season 2 will probably be next year. So probably for the rest of this year, it will probably be pretty quiet as far as Star Wars is concerned, I think.
Yeah. All right. Any final thoughts about Mandalorian and Grogu?
If you haven't seen it yet, I'm sorry, you're missing out. Go and see it. I'm going to go try to see it a second time, just so I can pick up on the things that I missed the first. I'm excited to go see it again. I think it's a great addition to the Star Wars universe. I think it was a great, fun movie, and it was a good, much like Skeleton Crew. There was no expectations in my book. There was no expectations. There was no false expectations. There was no overhype. It was just I knew it was going to be Mandalorian and Grogu, and that's what I got, and I'm very satisfied with it.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, Steve?
Like I said, it was fun. Met expectations, which weren't really all that high to begin with. We got live action Stinky. What more can you say? I may have been my favorite part of the movie. Go Stinky.
Live action Stinky. Live action Stinky. Hell yeah.
Live action Stinky.
That's all right. I've never seen a hut move. So, and that part was cool.
Right.
And not only did we see him move, but we saw him fight. I mean, it was a very Avengers. It was a very Thor Ragnarok Hulk moment, in my opinion. But it was still good. I liked it.
So Matt's got his final thoughts. Scene. Mando walks into teenage grunge Grogu's room. Grogu is wearing a shirt that says "There's a party in my pants" with an arrow pointing down.
Oh, God. You're basically saying Grogu is going to turn into Deadpool.
Well, when I first started to read that, I thought it was going to have something more graphic.
You can never tell.
He walks into teenage grunge Grogu's room and catches him relieving himself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Joy said something about Starfighter. I am interested in Starfighter, especially now that I know it's post Rise of Skywalker. So that means they're starting to expand beyond Rise of Skywalker. So that's good. Starfighter will be fun to see. And if they do any more Visions, I've enjoyed the Visions series. I think that's great. And I think they're doing a Visions. Yeah, they're doing the Visions spinoff of the Ninth Jedi. So that'll be pretty cool. That'll be.
They're doing Visions spinoff of what?
Did you remember the Visions shows they did the Ninth Jedi?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're doing a whole Visions episode on the Ninth Jedi. It's a spinoff. Yeah. Yeah, I can't remember when that comes out. I don't know when that's coming out though. But Starfighter, Starfighter would be good. That's probably going to be. I'm not sure if they're done with principal filming or not. So that might be next year. I'm assuming that's going to be next year. And because I'm assuming that's going to be a big thing for April is going to be the the big reveals and the big trailers and everything for it coming out at the end of the year and that kind of for coming out in May again for the summer movie season. So I'm assuming that's what they're going to do for that. And then I'm not sure when Visions the Ninth Jedi comes out. Yeah, Bear, I agree. I want to see them go beyond Rise of Skywalker, and I really do hope that we do get not only High Republic content, but I hope we get Old Republic content. I want to see stuff in the Old Republic era. Maybe not Revan, because if they butcher Revan or they do it wrong, people are going to be pissed and there will be riots.
What is the status on the James Mangold thing? Because I thought he was doing like an Origin of the Jedi's thing.
I think that's still in like what is it?
Development hell?
Pre-production, like it's in development. It's in pre-production right now, I think, or something like that. Yeah. So they're still trying to work that all out, I think. And then they were supposed to do something with regarding Rey, like something about a new Jedi Order style movie that was going to be coming out that was going to be post Rise of Skywalker as well. Gotcha. Which I heard was in the pipe. That one was potentially going to be a trilogy, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure where they still are with that. With the changing of the guard at Lucasfilm, it's going to be kind of interesting to see what Dave and the co-CEO of Lucasfilm, what they kind of do with it, where they go from here. If they decide to scrap it, if they decide to change it, if it kind of gets shelved, it's not uncommon to happen. So we'll see.
All right. Well, that is it for our show tonight. Next week, I think our plan was we're gonna do a recap of Maul Shadow Lord. That could change, but for now, just count on that. I think we're gonna do Maul Shadow Lord. That's going to require, well, not necessarily require. I need to do a rewatch. I'm just going to do a rewatch. But yeah, so
according to, I did a quick Google search real quick on James Mangold's story. They said it's been praised as incredible and breaking the mold. The project has been placed on the back burner while the studio prioritizes other features and Mangold focuses on non-Star Wars commitments. But he is still attached. They do have a script.
Yes.
So I guess that's going to be something that's going
to come back next week to see the beard growth progress. Definitely.
Definitely.
So Shadow Lord and hopefully more facial hair. Well, thanks everybody for coming in. The new folks, thanks for tuning in. And we will see you all next week. So may the Force be with you. Like a panther.